Hi everybody, my name is Tina Louie. I'm with a bookkeeper online. I have another small tutorial for you tonight on how to keep a good record of your mileage using QuickBooks. I want you to go in tonight and open the sample company. We're going to use the consulting company, sample consulting business. Click it, open it. Yours may need to update, let it. When all these little boxes pop up, just click them out. We're going to go up to company, enter mileage. At the very top of that, click on mileage rates. You are going to go to the IRS website and get the current year's mileage rate. The sample company starts at 12/15/2018. I have already set up my mileage for another tutorial. We're going to go ahead and change that. We're going to type in the date 1/1/18, and we're going to say that the IRS mileage rate was 52 cents. Then we're going to type in the date of 6/1/18. We're going to say that it changed mid-year, and we're going to make that 55 cents. Then we're going to tell it OK. We're going to set up our vehicle here. I already have a Jeep set up, so I'm going to call mine Jeep 3 and tab over. You can do a quick add or do a setup. Setup is basically the same as a quick add. You can describe your vehicle here. Do use names that differentiate in case you have several personal vehicles. Click OK. We're going to let it default to 12/15/18. We're going to enter our mileage. I'm going to call mine 2999 and 3095. We drove 96 miles on the 15th. Over here, you can actually add any of your jobs, any of your projects, any of your customers. If you want to make it billable, you would check this. Since this is my personal vehicle, I like to create a job called overhead, just to kind of track overhead costs. We're going to set up a new item here. I'm going to call this one mileage 6. Normally, I would call it mileage 2018 or whatever year I was in. We're going to tab over. It's going to tell you the item is not found. Click yes to create one. On the new item list, we are going to make this an other charge. If you wanted to, you could make this a sub-item of vehicle expenses. Go ahead and click this item is used in assemblies or as a reimbursable charge. This is your expense side. I'm going to type in the IRS allow a mileage rate of 52 cents, and I'm going to use mileage expense. If you do not have one, because I may have set this up previously, hit tab and set it up. Make sure that it is an expense. On the sales price, I'm going to say that we're going to charge our customers the same as the IRS rate, and we're going to book this to reimbursed income. We're just going to call it that. We're going to set it up. We're going to make sure that it's an income type, and we're just going to tell it OK. Now we have our item set up. We're going to click and tell that OK. We're going to go back to our mileage rate. I'm going to use overhead. We've set up our item. If you use classes, you would add that here. Then here you want to make sure that you have detailed notes. Customer name, you visited, business purpose. If you went to pick up supplies, no matter what you did, make sure that you have a detailed description here, because this is going to be what you rely on in 2 years down the line if you have an audit, or if at the end of the year if you have a question. I am going to uncheck billable since this is just my overhead. We're going to save and close it. Then we're going to go up to reports, jobs, time, and mileage. We're going to scroll down and we're going to use the mileage by vehicle detail. And we're going to go ahead and change our dates. It doesn't matter. There's not that much in there. Just let it default from 1/1/18 to 12/31/18. You can see that I've done other tutorials. So we're going to go down to Jeep 3, the one we just set up. Notice we have our 96 miles. We have our mileage rate. Since since this was after June, it defaulted to the second mileage rate. And we have our total expense. But this is not enough information to help us if we need it later on down the line. So we're going to go up and we're going to customize this report. Click it. We're going to include the trip start date, the end date, the odometer start and end reading. We're going to include the customer in case this is billable. We're going to include the billing status. This will tell you if it was non-billable, and if it was billable, whether or not it was actually billed. Click the class if you use it. Make sure you click the notes. This is going to be your detailed information that you added. Go ahead and click the mileage rate, the mileage expense total, the sales price, and the total amount, and click OK. Now we have a much more solid report. We're going to pull it down here a little bit. We have the vehicle, and you can have a multiple different vehicles. We have our start and our end dates. We have our start and ending odometer reading. We have the total miles driven. We have our customer. We have whether it was billable or not. And here we have our notes. You can grab the little diamond up here and slide it way over. You can see your description. We have our mileage rate. We have the total expense. This is the IRS rate. And if we had billed this to a customer, our sales price would be here and the total amount that we actually billed them. We're going to go ahead and memorize this report so we have it later. We're going to memorize it. Mileage by vehicle detail. I'm just going to call it altered so I know. We're going to save it in memorized reports. We're going to save it in the accountant's reports and tell it OK. Then we're going to close that. Next time you need to find that same report, you go to Reports, Memorized Reports, Accountant, Mileage by Vehicle Detailed Altered. And there you have it. You can change these dates for any month, any year, and all your information is going to be there. What I would recommend is that you make good ensure that your QuickBooks is backed up constantly all the time. Then in 2 years down the line, if you have an audit and the IRS has a question about your mileage log, you'll have all this information. You should keep a calendar in your vehicle. On on the first of the year, you should record your beginning mileage. The last day of the year, record your ending mileage for the year. Every time you make a business trip, record your beginning odometer reading, your ending odometer reading, give a detailed description of what it's for, and then once a week or whenever, sit down to QuickBooks, go to company, enter mileage, enter vehicle mileage, and add to this report. That way, if you lose your calendar and you're audited 2 years down the line, you're still going to have all of this information. If you need it to, give it to your accountant, and you want it to do something other than just print it out, you can export it to Excel. Okay, that concludes our little tutorial for today. I'll see y'all next time.